Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery volume 6. I went to visit my daughter. She's going overseas for a month, and because I'm going up to visit Lily, I wouldn't have seen her before she leaves. I mean, I might, I don't know, but she said she did want to see me because she didn't want to miss my birthday, which is on while she's away. But while I was there, I noticed this book on her bookshelf. And I got it out and I had a little look at it thinking, oh, that's on task for what we're doing. And she said I could borrow it. But she said, so she is a landscape architect, so she loves gardens and plants and all sorts of things. So she likes it because this is made by the drawings, and the book is done by a lady who lives maybe 40 minutes from where I live. So she's out. It's called Kangaroo Ground, out that way. And this is basically, Joan Simmons is her drawings and her watching the landscape, but she also has a diary for each of the months. And I know I was watching Corin's video, and I know in Queensland, Corin's saying, well, it's really actually hard to do the seasons because they don't necessarily have a winter. But it's almost a bit the same here, because often the prompts are the opposite seasons for what we are in Australia. So to go out and draw the summer things when we're in the middle of winter, because I'm assuming we're starting with summer, we'll find out, I guess, not Wednesday, but Wednesday after. So this is going to be a great little research help. So it's Mount Pleasant, Alexandra. So I was wrong about Kangaroo Ground area. So Mackenzie Flora and Fauna Reserve. So there's the map. Can you see it? I probably should read it before I go waffling on about it. But 45 hectares of dry grassy woodland. So that's where I think she's taken much of her drawings and gone on her visits. There's a whole heap of stories about the Indigenous and fire hunting and food gathering. I think this is right up my daughter's alley. She just loves this stuff. And it's quite looking like quite a good read. I don't even know. It might be nice to read it and use it as the reference for all of my journal. But anyway, I thought I'd show a few of these beautiful drawings. They're very, very light on the page, so I'm hoping they show up on the camera all right. I did notice none of them are a very dark colour, so they're just beautiful though, beautiful drawings, like a real lovely nature journal, you know, if you were a fabulous drawer and a fabulous painter, which I don't think I am, but I give it a go, as we do. Gum nuts. But it's just beautiful, isn't it? It's like, it's so lovely. So June, let's go to this month. So we're in July, and it's got lots of mushrooms and things in, which I really love. Look at that, gorgeous. So that's autumny. Oh, June's the start of winter here. 1st of June is the start of winter. So maybe I will put a bookmark. Oh, it's just beautiful drawings. Oh, envious. Here we are, July. So we're in July, and snowfalls were in this area, so it's a bit different. I'm a lot more south, but the elevation isn't as high, so we'll get hail, but we won't get snow in and around Melbourne City, unless it's a very rare occasion. But there's the July ones, and she's got like a little bit of something written about each thing, so this is wonderful. Jelly bells. Oh, isn't that a great name? Lichens, tiny little weeny. They're the jelly bells. So lots of more woodlandy things throughout July, and I do want to see if I can get into my journal some morels. I've never had one to eat. I've never seen one in the wild, but I'm quite interested in the patterning on them. They're just quite fascinating to me. These are all in alphabetical order, so now we're getting to some of the flowers and the plants. Juniper wattle, ploughshare wattle, common hovea. Wattle's a very Australian thing. I'm not sure if there's wattle anywhere else, but it's really renowned as an Australian thing, with the little puffy yellow flowers. The leaves are these stalks with little tiny weeny little leaves on each one, and they always look really soft and feathery. They're quite beautiful. And if you are someone who has allergies to pollen, the wattle season can be a little bit difficult for the sinuses and the sneezing. So that's July. But anyway, it's just going to be a wonderful reference. I'm not going to be cutting it up, of course. It's not mine to cut up. It's Lys's. So this is how Wattle Valley looks. I'm actually hoping to start with summer, if that's what we're doing. I'm sure it is. So summer starts on the 1st of December. A fabulous book. Trust Liz to have it. Should have known. I should have just asked her. Here we go, December. So, you know, the colours of Australia, the gum trees, the bark, and the dry grass at classic summer. And, it's going to be nice to actually read for... So if we're starting this in July, I imagine that this month I'm going to read what's December. That's a bit... I was going to say that's unlike me. I thought I was flexible, but sometimes I go, oh no, maybe I'm not flexible, because I go, no, we're in winter, I should be doing winter. But it might do my head in if I have to keep remembering we're doing summer and I'm in winter, but we'll do our best. Sweetbriar. Out at Wood End, Nathan has the most beautiful sweetbriar. It's massive. He's badly cut it back because it was affecting whether the clothes hoist, you know, the old round hills hoists that go round and round. He couldn't turn it round because it was just overtaking it. So he's cut it back terribly. So I'm hoping in spring it just has a new lease of life, because it's just absolutely gorgeous. What else? Mint, flax, slender tick trefoil, winged slender thistle. The other thing is that some of these could very much be more related to the region, and I may not actually see these in my local area. Small loosestrife, yellow hawkweed, slender centauri, yellow rush lily, this one. That's beautiful. It's a little bit like fringe violet. And common centauri is D, this one. It's going to be fun. It's a really great prompt, and I'm really enjoying seeing what other people are doing and making, and realising maybe I could be doing more. I don't know. Anyway, this is December, common brown butterfly. Oh, quaking grass. Okay, I've got a story about quaking grass. When we were young, the quaking grass, it's kind of weird. It's almost looks like little caterpillars from a distance, and up close it's like a seed poddy thing, but they're just all separate. So if you move it, they kind of move. But we used to get a stalk, and we used to get the bottom of the stalk, twist it round and do this motion, and it would fling off like a catapult. And that was something when we were growing up, which was quite fun. Isn't it great? These little pictures remind you of that sort of stuff. Wheatgrass, wallaby grass, all with the little bugs on them. I like the idea that this book kind of also reminds me you can go out into the field and at any point you can see something and draw it. Even, I think, if I'm not going to sit at the park because it's winter at the moment, might be a bit cold, I'd have to really rug up, you could take a photo and bring it home and sketch it. It's still going to be valid. More one of these. Oh yes, beautiful dragonflies, damselfly and dragonfly. Damselflies are smaller than the dragonflies. And interestingly enough, white clover, self-heal, they're herbs. So it's a great book, really, isn't it? Christmas beetle. It's interesting because I think Christmas beetles are actually a real bright, shiny green, but maybe they change colour. I don't know. So much to learn. So much to learn in the world. Seed pods. Something that I do enjoy. I love seeing a seed pod. I don't know why. But interestingly enough, summer, of course, seed pods are going to dry and all the seeds are going to drop down, ready to be watered in winter, or autumn and winter. And that's the end of December. So there you go. I just thought I would share that. What a wonderful book. Okay, where am I up to with my project? So far, I've got this stitched, and this stitched, and I was stitching along here and thought, oh my goodness, I thought I was going to put something behind there. I didn't do it. Now I'm going to probably have to cut something to the shape, and that's where I'm up to. I'm thinking this is my front page. Definitely my front page. Quite aware some people are managing to organise how their books are from the start and then just come and add these in. And as usual, I've done it all my life. I do everything backwards. I don't know why, but as usual, I'm thinking of doing my pages first and then working out what I'm doing with them after. I did that with Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 1 with the first one that I showed you, because I kind of wasn't sure. I just felt like it was in a journal and it was, I just wanted paper in as well. So, and I'm thinking maybe I'm not quite finished deciding yet, because I'm still struggling with the fact that I've got the paper book that I started to be able to go out in the field with some clues, and I'm starting to think maybe what I should have been thinking was putting these all into one book. I mean, technically I could just be putting these in here. It would fit if I wanted to. Okay, so let's get back to the stitching. So here's the page so far, and I did have to have a think about it. Went off for a day after I showed you the book and thought, what am I doing with this? And I really thought that at the moment this is leading itself to being my actual front cover rather than an index page. So to me, an index page will have what the pages are, the numbers of the prompts and what the prompts are. And as with my very first Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, I found that I couldn't finish that until we had the last prompt. So I've decided that this is more a front cover than an index page. So I also, while I was thinking about somehow making a journal very much like my very first one, which was a paper and material journal, I thought maybe that's going to mean I've started this book and it's not going to continue going. So I've decided to keep this going and decided to do things here that I can incorporate. So at the moment, this is what I did. I put this under and I traced to get that area, this area here. and I've traced around, and now I am using the pen. So I've got to get this. I don't know if you can see through, but I've tried to do the writing quite dark so I can see it through this material, and now I've just got to try and get it into position. And start to fill it in. So these don't have to be. So I've done it, I've rubbed it out, I've done it again, I've rubbed it out, I've done it again. Just trying to get it looking, you know, just how I like it to be looking, I guess. So that's what I'm doing, just going over the words. One of the good things that I'm enjoying about this particular book is that it's all dots, which gives you rulable lines if you need it. If this was more of a proper writing journal and you wanted to do all your little pages ready to go, you know, with tabs and dates and all that, you can use these. These are just perfect. You can make little boxes for tick boxes, all of that kind of thing. But I'm using I found a free program. Someone was talking about it on, I think, on YouTube, and I'll get the name of it because it's not here with me at the moment. Found a free program for writing. It's like a daily journal, but it's a writing program that you can actually drop in photos to if you want. Roxy's. And I've been using that, so it's like a diary, but it also has prompts every day. And I don't know if anyone knows about the book The Artist's Way. Some of you might. Part of doing The Artist's Way is like a 12-step program. so not for alcoholism, but for creative blocks. And it's quite a great program. Part of the program is writing morning pages, they're called. I think I've squished that in a little bit. So I've already changed this a bit from what was underneath. Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So the morning pages are kind of, there's a prompt or a passage to read for the day, and the idea is, and an artist date. Once a week you take yourself on your own on an artist date, and that's pretty good fun. I think I'm just stopping that story mid-sentence while I sort out my thread. Yes, the whole idea of the morning pages is to write stream of consciousness. Get it out on the page. And you can end up writing the most crap because you're not meant to think too much about it. You're just meant to get it out, which has been wonderful. As you know, Lily's doing she's been doing creative writing as a minor at Queensland University. I think on this 6, I'm going to do a little tiny chain stitch all the way along. Yes, so writing the pages, the morning pages, is it's therapeutic. That's what it is. Just gets all the guff out, and it really is quite a great book if anyone is feeling a bit blocked or stuck creatively. It's fabulous. Anyway, I did it many, many years ago, and I think I might have talked about this before on the channel, because I might have mentioned that Lily had discovered it about the same age that I discovered it. And she was doing it when she had, you know, through the Christmas holidays, when she had time before uni got back on again. And I'm encouraging her to do it all again, start again now that she's finished uni, after the move, of course, because of course the next few weeks is quite hectic. Very excited to have her come back. So as it's a little harder for me to handwrite for 3 pages without it being quite painful, because it's 3 pages kind of fast, you know, you're meant to do it fast. I've been using this writing program and enjoying it, and it's been quite a wonderful way to get back into writing again, which I hadn't been doing for quite a while. So the point is that I don't necessarily, I love a junk journal, but I don't necessarily write in them as a diary, and I'm enjoying not only just writing a bit every day in a diary, but the prompts giving me just a little point that kind of I can go off from. Really enjoying it. So anyway, the point of the story was I basically am enjoying writing on my laptop and having a variety of different ways to put down thoughts and expressing. So a stitch journal is an expression. My little field notes book is a expression where I can do the things that relate to this field notes journal, stitched journal. And my writing on my laptop is a creative pursuit as well. Just casting this off because I think that I might do different weights of thread, or I might do different colours. So the 2024 can probably be in a shishiko as well. I have been thinking a little bit, oh no, where's my helpful threader? Not there. I know other people are making videos into their 70s, and on next week after, I turn 64, I think. I'm starting to actually lose track of what my birthday age is. And I've been thinking a little bit about now what stitch, maybe just back stitch, about the benefits of maybe a bit of a my time on YouTube kind of a chat. I notice it's very different, I notice, to people who are younger, even 10 years younger. I can notice a difference in what we're capable of producing out in the world. It's for me, I'm finding that I do have some valid points of reference to talk about that relate to age, and I know that most of my subscribers are over 60, so possibly it is a valid conversation. Obviously I follow a lot of other YouTubers, and they're all, apart from Juanette, they're all younger, you know, they're all quite a bit younger. don't know. Do you think it's a valid conversation? It may not be. People may not be interested in that conversation. I just was thinking about it a bit. I've been really very reflective the last, since I started doing the writing, because that's what morning pages were designed for. They were designed to get your crap out so you can then focus on getting rid of your creative blocks. I don't feel like I have a creative block, but I am, I'm observing differences in me for this age. And the difficulties, and I don't know, let me know in the comments if you think it's actually a valid conversation to have, because I have some different kind of issues than maybe a lot of other people have with the anxiety disorder, PTSD, and the attention span of, as I would often say, a gnat. The attention span of a gnat. Doesn't have to be a serious conversation. It's just been a bit more reflective this week. In fact, even being reflective has meant that I've even rang up the girl's dad to have a little chat. Which, he's in a relationship, he's doing his own thing. I'm in a relationship, it's, 10 or 12 years down the track. Are you supposed to talk to your ex-partner or not? Well, he's the father of my children, so yes, I think you do need to sometimes have conversations. But just reflecting back on some things that meant that I felt like I would just have a chat to him and say a couple of my observations of myself over the last however many years, which he was fine about. He's always been good to talk to about that sort of thing. I was very lucky, I think. Very, very good provider for my children. It's wonderful. Anyway, I'm sort of waffling around here, still being very reflective. And I am an introvert, so that's even another conversation. So I don't know. Well, maybe I'm just filling in the time while I stitch here. Maybe it's not of any interest to anyone whatsoever, or maybe it is. Let me know. All right, so I'm going to pop off and do a little bit of stitching and come back. I think because I did that big book, looking through the book, I've kind of made it a longish video. And I've got to do some prep for going up to Queensland in 2 days. Well, probably this will be uploaded the day I'm going up to Queensland. And when I get back, I will be doing a bit of I'll make a little travel thing like I do. We're going to go to the art gallery. We're going to go and see Lily's friend Kate. We're going to see her piece in her first exhibition. And I thought that was actually at the actual art gallery, but it's going to be, it's at the university art gallery. So that will be something we'll do just after we've been to Lily's graduation ceremony. Then we're all going out for dinner, and then I was going to be having a day to myself, but it turned out, I'm very excited that Lily now has a day off. And so I'm thinking, we've already planned, we're going to go and sit in a cafe with our laptops and write our stories, because she's loving writing when she has the time to do it, and she's loving the fact that she wrote her little creative stories for uni. So we're going to do that. That's something we enjoy doing. We've done that in the past and we really do actually love that. And then we'll go to the proper art gallery as well, which I love. I always like to go there when I'm in Queensland. I'm probably waffling on a bit because I've had about 2 hours sleep. Just one of those nights. Another thing to talk about getting older. All right. Oh, okay. Stop, Christina. I'll go and I'll do a little bit of stitching and come back. Okay, so this is the finish of prompt number 1, and I don't want to clutter it anymore. I could add more embellishments, I could thread paint, but I'm just aware that very often a field note journal is not highly decorated. I mean, it probably depends on what sort of artist you are, but however, I'm happy with this, and it's a good start. Yes, that's what I'd like to say. It's a good start. All right, well, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for being here, and bye for now.